I just graduated with a bachelor's degree, and on my thesis defense, I had a huge realization on how we should do AI research, and it will have big influence on my channel. My thesis was about optimizers for neural networks, and it included training a large language model. The first thing that came as a surprise to me is I was absolutely grilled on theory. So there were 7 professors, they asked me everything. So they asked me explain KL divergence, cross entropy loss, mixture of experts, how large language models work. They asked me everything. And this makes sense. We cannot do research if we don't understand in detail what we are researching. And of course I was able to answer it and graduate because I did my own thesis. However, a lot of you guys are using AI to code, to do AI research. Now, I don't know how good of an idea is to use AI to implement things that you don't understand. So my first advice is you can use AI to implement things, but you need to understand 100% what AI wrote and how your system works in order to be able to research it or improve it. So maybe the first time you are learning about it, maybe it's good to implement it yourself by hand. From my thesis defense, I realized how absolutely crucial, how important it is that you understand your research deeply, everything you do deeply. I didn't have this idea before that it's so important that you deeply understand everything about your research. Second realization I had. Previously, I've been trying to help you guys write AI research papers, but I think now I'm gonna change to helping you become AI researchers over long term. Because let's take a look at this very famous AI researcher and look at these recent papers. They have 0 citations, 1, 2, 2, 16, 1, 2, 2 citations. And then papers from 1 year ago, even 2 years ago, they start to have couple up to 100, few hundred, some of them citations. And this is by one of the best AI researchers in the world. This guy could be the best AI researcher in the world. So if you were to write some of these papers, you would get 0 citations and you would think, oh my god, this paper is a flop. So, but I'm not even trying to say that citations don't determine the quality of the paper. That's obvious. What I'm trying to say is usually you will write a lot of papers, and then one of those papers will be absolutely viral, will be absolutely incredibly important and impactful. So a lot of papers and only a few have a lot of citations. So only a few are very impactful. That's why I don't want to just focus on helping you write research paper. I want to start focusing on making you AI researcher over the long term. So you write a bunch of papers and then 1, 2, 3 of those become extremely valuable. And of course, it's very difficult to predict which ones would become very valuable. So that's why we need to write a lot. I want you all to start writing blogs or even YouTube videos explaining things. For example, you're learning rope. If you write down, explain it, it's gonna help you understand it so much better. I would say the main value of teaching this is for you to understand it better. This is how you will become AI researcher. There is no other way. You cannot even get into MIT, Harvard, or AI PhD until you start writing papers. And even if you cannot get into these top programs because it's difficult and it's also dependent on luck and finance and everything. So just by writing blogs, you can become AI researcher. By the way, if you can attend this top university program, it's very good. But the reason I'm doing this channel in the first place is to bring this top university, top research program to everybody. So on the Discord here in this channel, we write blogs, we help each other, we give feedback, we learn AI research together. Now you may also get my personal help and mentorship if you join the school, link below the video. Whatever path you choose, it's just about you sitting down, writing blogs and deeply understanding everything you're doing. And it doesn't even matter. Don't be too excited about LLMs. I'm not 100% sure that LLMs are the next thing, but LLMs contain so much fundamental things. You are learning about cross entropy, KL divergence. Those are used everywhere, transformers. So there are so many common things between LLMs, JEPA, and all the other architectures. So whatever you are interested in, you can learn. LLMs, JEPA, reinforcement learning, just learn something you are interested in. And by the way, guys, now that I graduated, in like 2 weeks, I'm gonna move and live next to these two top AI universities in the world. And I have my friends there who are AI PhD students at Peking University and Tsinghua, and they're gonna help me get in. I'm gonna look to join some of the labs and then bring top university AI research on my channel for everybody in the world to learn. But the main thing for you to become AI researcher is sit down and start writing a blog explaining the topic, learning the topic, deeply understanding the topic. And the knowledge you get in one area, it's actually very transferable to other areas. You will over some time become very competent in the whole thing. Quickly checking few other famous researchers to show to you that you need to write a bunch of papers and then one of them will go viral. So He Kai-ming, very famous researcher working at MIT, his very famous paper is residual learning, residual networks. So he has a massive amount of citations on those, but recent ones, not so much. So don't get discouraged. And look at this with the long-term lens. And just start writing blog posts. When you write blog posts, you can publish it in our Discord. Just link it, explain what you did. Whoever has time, we will check it, we will give some feedback, etc. Or join the school and I'm gonna give you feedback there personally. Very good researcher here as well. Citation counts, but look how many papers she writes. It's 2025. All of these are 2025. So these are papers from her students, I believe. And she's co-author, maybe mentoring, but so many papers. It's just about producing papers, sitting down, understanding, producing papers, and then usually a lot of discoveries is just randomly stumbled upon, because it's not possible to know which of these papers is gonna be like the best one. Recent PhD graduate from MIT, a lot of papers, not so many citations, but it's just to show you that citations do not measure quality. So this paper, gated delta nets, could potentially prove to be very big paper, but we have yet to see. But this is a very good invention that's already used by Alibaba and I think Kimi, Moonshot and other companies, possibly even OpenAI, but we don't know what they use. So just 123 citations, you would think a random paper, but it's widely used right now. It's a very good invention. So she was writing all of these papers, and then this one kind of turned out to be, she didn't know beforehand that this one would be like the best one. So after just testing, trying a bunch of these, this one proves to be the best one. So that's why I want to stop focusing on helping you write a specific single paper and help you just start doing AI research in general over the long term, producing a bunch of papers and getting this down. Jan's research is very interesting to me because it's about the classic machine learning, neural networks, autoencoders, representation space, semantic space, while the whole industry is going towards LLMs because LLMs are useful right now. Unlike JEPA is not so useful right now like LLMs. But the ideas here are actually a lot more, I have a feeling they are a lot more similar to classic machine learning and the idea of learning and machine learning and neural networks and all of the new ideas that pop out of this research. So this is like a very good new idea exploration. So that's gonna be it for this video. Just start writing the blog post right now about anything, whatever I mentioned in this video, about any of these papers, any other papers, LLMs, whatever, and just start understanding deeply what you write about, and that's it. And don't look at the views, citations, likes, don't look at any of that. Just start writing and understanding, and then tell us about what you wrote. And understanding and writing is interesting. Getting likes is interesting for like 3 seconds and then it gets boring. But writing a blog post, understanding, learning, it can be interesting as long as you are doing it.